Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. It is Friday. I'm super blessed and thankful that you hung out with me all week long. Now, all together, by the end of today, you're going to have 11 tools. I don't have 11. I don't have 11 fingers, but you're going to have 11 tools on how to go from observational mentoring to intentional mentoring. We know that many of you want to be intentional mentors. You just don't know what tool to use. You know, when you're building a house, do you only use a hammer? No. Do you only use screws? No. Do you only use concrete? No. You've got concrete, stucco, wood. You've got so many different materials. You've got so many different tools. You got hammers and nails and drills and saws. There's so many different tools that you use to build a house. And in the same way as you build up a mentee, there's more than one tool that you're going to need. And so we wanted to give you as many tools as possible. Now on Sunday, I gave you 6. Get to know them, reach for their heart, open the Bible with them, work on their goals, take time to pray with them, and hold them accountable. That is at the very cost, the shell, it's the umbrella of what it means to be an effective mentor. But we know that we can only be as effective as we are in growing into their space, moving into their space, reaching for their heart. And that's why this week we took it day by day by day to go over each one of those letters. H, hear and validate them. They're not crazy for feeling the way that they feel. And the ones who hear and validate people the best, they have people walking away feeling so understood that they feel so loved. They didn't even know the difference. They just felt so loved by you because they finally felt heard and understood by somebody. Then you encourage and challenge. You don't do all encouragement and all challenge. It's got to be a healthy balance of both. Encourage and challenge them. Accept and allow them to fail. You heard my testimony of how difficult that was. But my daughter's life wasn't a failure. She's made a beautiful family and has wonderful children and a wonderful husband. They're doing so well. They're getting ready to buy their own home. It's an amazing thing to see. But I wouldn't be able to see if I didn't accept and allow her to make her own decisions. We talked yesterday about the R, to remember what's important to them. It's letting them know how much we care before letting them know how much we know. They don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. And we do that by reminding them that what's important to them is important to me. That job you wanted, or that test you wanted to pass, or that relationship that meant so much for you, or that goal you were working on, it matters to me. I'm going to make sure it matters to you, it matters to me. I want to partner with you in this. But today, my goodness, if we're going to remember what's important to them, we need to remind them that they matter. That's the T. Tell them they matter. You see, you have a world today that's just doing everything it can to find some sense of acceptance and belonging. Where do you think Pride Month came from? It came from a group of people who wanted to matter. Think about it. Do I agree with it? No, I'm not saying I agree with what's happening or the movement or what's going on, but I see people on the other side of me that are hurting and want to matter. And they need to be told they matter. Because I will never be able to reach for their heart with the gospel of the good news until they know that I matter, that they matter to me. That's what Jesus did when he entered into the space of every single one of his disciples. He told them they mattered. Especially to the adulterous woman who was caught in the act, getting ready to be stoned. He showed through action that she mattered. To Zacchaeus, the little religious leader that was sitting in a tree, he asked him to take him to a house. He said, you matter. Today salvation is come to this home. You matter. I come to seek and to save that which was lost. Let's tie that back to Pride Month. There's some folks who were lost, but Jesus came to seek and to save them because they matter. Take time to tell the people on the side of you that they matter, even if you don't agree with their viewpoints. They matter, even if you don't agree with their sexual orientation. They matter, even if they are in a gender identity crisis. They matter, even if they're confused. They matter if they're on the other side of your political views. They matter if they're pro-life or pro-choice. They matter. Period. And I'll never seek to understand the way that they think if I'm not reaching for their heart. And they'll never come to know the love of Jesus if they've only ever come to know the hate of Jake. It's true. We win them over with how we love, not with how we rebuke. We win them over with how we accept, not with how we reject. They matter. They matter. The world matters. Every single person that God's ever created matters. We'll never lock eyes with another person that Jesus didn't die for. Tell them they matter, because they do. And so do you. God bless. Have a great week.